Drug crisis in San Francisco has gotten so bad that more than 100 local businesses are demanding a full tax return from the city for having to deal with drug dealers and addicts overrunning their streets. The petition explains how the neighborhood is now on the verge of collapse and how residents believe this is a violation of the city's implicit bargain with the taxpayer. Pay your taxes and the city will ensure safe streets. Well, San Francisco GOP Party Chair John Dennis joins me now. John, what is going on there? This is very fascinating. It's in this Tenderloin district in San Francisco. The businesses getting together to demand action and a refund.
Yeah, well, San Francisco policies have made us a regional hub for people who want to live the drug-addicted lifestyle, and unfortunately, most of those people end up in the Tenderloin, and it's really difficult and virtually impossible to run a successful business there. Also, keep in mind, Griff, that there are families who actually live in the Tenderloin, and children frequently have to walk over people strewn out on the sidewalks and step over used needles just to get to school.
So what is the mayor, London Breed's, reaction to this? Recall she declared a state of emergency, I believe, in the city over the drug crisis. She supports this, right?
Well, she created a state of emergency and then proceeded to award her friends contracts to help with that problem. Keep in mind, by the way, this isn't the first neighborhood that's called on a tax boycott. The Castro Merchants business district, also said that they didn't want to pay taxes because they've got too many homeless people clogging up their streets and ruining their businesses as well. So the mayor really hasn't responded yet. She said obviously she's not going to refund taxes, but she's got bigger fish to fry because the city's facing a $728 million budget deficit, a city that has had more than enough money over the last years as it rode the tech wave, has a $728 million budget deficit over the next couple of years. So they're not looking to give back tax money at this point.
Well, John, what about these individual business owners' budgets? I read where one business in the area, La Cocina, told the San Francisco Chronicle it spends $300,000 a year on private security to try and deal with this. Is this breaking businesses?
Oh, yeah. I spoke to the owner of that business yesterday, by the way. She's completely frustrated and had it. This was her life dream to build a business, but very difficult to do in that kind of environment. She told me that some of her employees had been assaulted recently, and it's just really, it's impossible to run the business, and she doesn't know how much longer she can hold on.
And what does the governor say about all this? Is he coming to the aid of these businesses?
He has. It's funny because when he was here as the mayor of San Francisco, he was seen as a pro-business and particularly a pro-small business, advocate. But he's completely abandoned small business owners and pursuing more progressive, goals as in his quest to maybe march to the White House.
John, have you sat with this Tenderloin Business Coalition that's binding together? Obviously, they want the tax refund, but what is their ultimate goal? What is a win for them?
A win for them is to get people off the streets and stop blocking their businesses. I mean, every day they have to come in. They've got to clean up the mess, the entire mess, including the biological messes that people leave in their doorsteps. And it's really what they're asking for the basic services that cities are supposed to supply. The Board of Supervisors is largely run by progressives. They're pursuing, social justice goals, and really have forgotten the local business owner. The supervisor for the district in which La Cocina resides and operates has completely not commented and avoided this whole topic because he is, he's again one of these folks who's pursuing the progressive social justice goals and really hasn't much to say about the challenges that local businesses face.
Well, you are the GOP party chair there, so maybe time for a Republican to challenge Nancy Pelosi and other Democrats in that district. John Dennis, thank you for getting up early. Such an interesting and important story. Thanks, John.
Thank you.
All right.